The cool thing about Kanopy is very similar to Hoopla in that we don't control the content, we just control the number of checkouts. So this is limited to 12. However, when you're in kids mode, as of right now, there's unlimited amount of checkouts. Hello, thank you for joining me today for Beyond Print, Digital Learning Resources for Children. My name is Erin Swearingen, and I am a youth librarian for the Columbia Public Library. I have worked in libraries for over 10 years, and I am very passionate about sharing free resources that can make your life a little bit easier. When creating this program, we realized there were too many resources to share in our half-an-hour slot, so we decided to host a second program. It's going to be on March 16th at 6:30 p.m. If you would like to watch that one, you can register on our website at dbrl.org, or you can watch it on YouTube after it's over. So let's begin. Before we talk about our resources, I wanted to briefly touch on screen time. According to the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, their screen time suggestions there's a whole list of screen time suggestions. I wanted to touch on a few. One is familiarize yourself with programming to make sure it's age appropriate. And by age appropriate, I mean the right fit for your child. You know your child the best, you know what they're going to enjoy. Talk to your child about what they're seeing. They may kind of understand, but they may not know what questions to ask. So when you're talking to them, that may allow them to prompt questions that they didn't know that they had. Also, teach children about online privacy and safety. Encourage them to have a list of websites that you approve of and that they can go to. We hopefully that'll include all of our library resources today. And then encourage using screens in ways that build creativity and connection with family and friends. Screen time's great for alone time, but it's also great for as a family activity. Today, I'm also going to show you a little bit about our parental controls and our kid modes on some of our websites, so that way you have a little bit more control about what your child is seeing. Today's program is meant for kids around the ages 4 to 8. These resources are all free with a library card. Some of them require you to log in, and if that's the case, you must live in Boone or Callaway County. That's our service area, and that's our licensing restrictions limit us to just serve those patrons. We're going to talk about some DBRL specific resources. We have our blog, our virtual activity bundles, but also some of our content that we control, our DBRL streaming, like our Libby, Hoopla, and Kanopy. So let's get started. Okay, so you should be seeing our dbrl.org homepage. You might see in the next couple of weeks, this area down here will be a little bit different, but for the most part, our top bar should stay the same. We have 3 tabs at the top here: Browse and Borrow, Download and Stream, and Research and Learn. These 3 tabs control a lot of the content that I will cover in both this session and the one coming up on March 16th. First, we're going to go to Browse and Borrow and click on For Kids and Families under our blog section. Okay, so I wanted to show you our blog because we have about 9 to 10 staff members that work on these blogs, and we publish them about 2 times a week. We like to highlight crafts that we love, books that we just found out about, and lots of different activities and topics that we like to share. We also will post our virtual activity bundles, and these bundles can be found when they're brand new on this page. And if you just want to see all of them, you can go over here to the left side under our kids quick links and click on virtual activity bundles. These bundles are themed around a topic. They're pretty broad. It depends on what the staff member is writing about. So it can be kindness, emotions, or fun things like farms, winter. We have a lot of different topics. That's vehicles, constructions. So if you find one that your child is particularly passionate about, this might be a fun resource to check out. These things are pretty time intensive to create. I know probably the fastest one took about 3 hours. So we really try to take time to find virtual books and videos and music, all kid friendly, varied, around these age ranges, and compile them just for you. So we've taken that time and make it available for you. So if we click on this construction vehicles and trucks, my nephew loves construction vehicles. We do like to highlight our books. We also like to show our nonfiction too. I know some kids love to learn what kind of truck. My nephew can tell you, he's 2.5. He can tell you the difference between a bulldozer and a steamroller and a dump truck, all the different variations. We like to show you music and videos. We'll throw in an activity or two. These are really great because you can pick and choose what you want, what fits for your family, and go from there. So again, these virtual activity bundles are found on the left side here under our kids' quick links. I also want to point out our recipe for fun videos, which is down here at the very bottom. These videos are all recorded by library staff, so you'll see me in a few of them. We have found some recipes for crafts, activities that we like to do. All of these have been done by us multiple times, so we're trying to set you up for success whenever you do it. We try to also come with crafts or activities with things you can find around the house. That way you're not going out and buying something very specific from a craft store. Whenever you're home with a kiddo and you need something right away because they're bored, hopefully this will help set you up for success with stuff that you have around the house already. We try to show you make these videos nice and short to just show you how to make it, because you ultimately are going to be doing it with your kiddo. So we have our recipes for fun. Go back. Okay, so let's get to our books. Whenever kids get into a new topic, a new theme, and they're getting older, I know that they can love dinosaurs. They can fall in love with trucks, princesses, fairies, the moon. I had a request for books just with the moon featured the other day. Sometimes we don't know where to begin as parents, and that's okay. That's why we're here to help. So this next resource I want to show you, we're on our main webpage under Browse and Borrow. I want you to click on Book Oracle. So what Book Oracle is you'll fill out this form, and staff members will take the time to create a curated list of about 8 to 10 books just for you, just under this theme. So if you're like, I don't know any books, they're books about dinosaurs because you never liked them as a kid, that's okay. Just say, fill out this information, a book that your kiddo really loves, a book that your kiddo has liked. I don't know many kids who hate titles, but if there's a title that your kiddo really doesn't like, put that in there too. Then you can say what you want to. Also add specific notes down here at the bottom. So tell us exactly what you're looking for, if you want digital resources or if you're looking for physical books. I know depending on your kiddo, they have very specific preferences. And so I know some kids love playaways, some kids love the read-along books. We will do our best to accommodate whatever you ask for. This isn't immediate, so whenever you complete the Book Oracle form, give us about a week and we will email you that list. Okay, so now we're going to go back to Browse and Borrow. And actually, we're going to go up here to Catalog. Okay, so when you're searching for a topic for your kiddo, um, let's search cats. Just gonna search in our title. Sometimes our catalog is very helpful and sometimes it can be very overwhelming. For example, when I type in cats, it comes up with 4,500 results. That can be a little overwhelming. So what I want to do here is we can do a couple things. I can just browse and see if there's anything that I'm immediately looking for, or I can filter to the side here. If you're looking for digital resources, that's what ebook is. It's our electronic book. Book and paperback, book plus audio. We also have our streaming audiobook and our downloadable audiobook. That is just trying to differentiate between our Overdrive and our Hoopla. That's, I know that can be kind of confusing, but if you're just looking for online stuff, click both of those. And then, so we'll click both of those. And then we're also going to click ebook. Oh, and there's some online magazines. Great. Okay, but there's still 2,200 results. I only knocked that out in half. So let me see down here. We can limit our audience to just children. Now, a little trick that I've learned, sometimes our undetermined audience can also include kid books. It just doesn't have a age linked to it. So that's, don't completely knock that out if you're wanting to search, but I think 1,100 results is still quite a bit. And then if we need to, we can filter between fiction and nonfiction. But I want to go ahead and look at this first link here, this first book. We have streaming audiobook, ebook, streaming audiobook, and ebook. Well, that's kind of confusing because why is it doubled? Our catalog does the best that it can by integrating all of our digital resources on this catalog because they're on external sites. It's great to look on here, but also I would encourage you to go to Hoopla and Libby to check on those other, to check the same topic because it may not be in our catalog quite yet. I should jump in here and say Libby and Overdrive are the same thing. Overdrive is the company, Libby is the app that you have to download for your smart device. So I apologize if I keep switching back and forth. They're the same thing. Okay, so now let's go to our first one. You can get there a couple of ways. You can go here from our catalog. You can see the download button and click on Overdrive. Okay, so we have our Overdrive account. I want to just look at kid stuff. I don't want to see everything. I don't want to look at all these adult magazines. I want to just see kid things. So up here at the top, we can click on just kids. You'll notice that it has turned orange at the top and it says kids and it has that banner. This kind of helps know that you're back on the kids site and that this is just going to be the filtered collection. We see available here. And then sometimes you see stuff that's wait list. Now, Overdrive is a service that we provide, and we buy the titles for you to check out. So think of it like a digital version of a book on the shelf. If I check out a book, it may not be available for you to check out because I have it on my digital shelf. When I return it, it then will be made available for you if you place a hold. So you can go through, you can find stuff that's always available, or you can, if there's a specific title, you can search here and type in, I'm just going to look cats again and see everything that's cats. You can also filter over here like we did on our catalog page. We can say available now, or we can just do audiobooks. What if I just want to listen? So here are all of here's available audiobooks. Also look right here. There's the title, the author, and then you'll see the little headphones. If they're books, you'll see a little book. Sometimes it can get a little confusing when you're looking for something specific and you really want an ebook and it's filtered. And so just always double check before you check it out right there. Okay, so now we're going to check out our other streaming service. We're going to go to download and we're going to go to Hoopla. Okay, so again, Hoopla, whenever you log in, I would encourage you to go ahead and log in before you and your kiddo does it and click on kids mode. And so you'll see kids mode is on. They have filtered it into kid-friendly music, movies. Hoopla has a lot. It's more than just ebooks and audiobooks. They can have comics, they can have music, movies, TV shows. There is a lot. Hoopla is a service we pay for, and we pay for each checkout. So we don't control the content. So if something that's on there one week, it may not be on there the next week, and we have no control over that. We allow you to check out up to 15 titles a month. Now, and that number can change over the next couple of months or years, so don't quote me on that one. It'll always say you can borrow 15 or how many more titles you can borrow right here. Each title, depending on the format, will check out for so many days. So music's a week, TV, movies are 3 days, books are 3 weeks. So it just depends on the type of format that you want. You can click on the title and just say borrow. Some titles will let you download temporarily on a device, mobile devices only, or you can stream. So that is Hoopla. Okay. So we're going to go to our last. I wanted to show you, if you're just on our main webpage, you can find all this under our download and stream. It's the second green tab here. And the last one I want to show you is Kanopy. Okay, so Kanopy here also has a kids mode. The cool thing about Kanopy is very similar to Hoopla in that we don't control the content, we just control the number of checkouts. So this is limited to 12. However, when you're in kids mode, as of right now, there's unlimited amount of checkouts. You're not going to be limited to 12 things, which is wonderful because Kanopy has some great story times. They have different videos, and some of them can only be 2 to 3 minutes, which is what you want. But that way you don't have to use your credits to then watch multiple 2 to 3 minute videos. We have a ton of topics. You can scroll down. There's classic tales, tales from histories, languages, TV series. There's a whole lot on here. You can create a list when you log in with your library card of things that you want to watch. You can search for specific things. And when you search, say, I want to look for cats again. Oh, well, there's this highlights called Perfect Cat Stories. You can see more. And it'll show you it's 12 minutes long. It'll give you a blurb of what it's about. There is closed captioning for these. And then it'll also show you related videos down here at the bottom. Okay, before I open it up to questions, I want to show you one last thing that I missed. So back on Overdrive, this was the first one, the content that we control. We also have, you can go into here and go to collections, or you can go to subjects. But I want to show you, we also have kid magazines through our Overdrive. So if we want say science. We can see the magazines we can get through. These are available to check out, just like our books. And then you can, so if you want to borrow something, you just click on it. And you can select different issues if you want to go to a back issue. And you can say borrow. And you can change the time to 14 days, 21 days, and you can borrow it. It'll show up in your browser and you can read, make it bigger. And now you can read a magazine through your mobile device. So again, on this one, Libby is the app, and then Overdrive is the company. If you have any questions, please email us or go to our website at dbrl.org. You can contact us that way. We, at the bottom here, you can contact us and fill out your question, and we will get back to you. Thank you for joining me for Beyond Print, and hopefully I'll see you next time on March 16th.